Hello. I have a few things to share today on the topic of gratitude. It seems to be a common theme coming up in practice this week, so I thought I'd share some of my observations and my personal experience really is that gratitude is so helpful as a practice and as an experience and as a way to engage in life. And those are kind of the critical elements I wanted to talk about today. I tend to hear people coming back to me with mixed experience of trying to embrace this. I mean, firstly, I'm really happy that it's out there as common knowledge, and in the psych literature now and in our research findings as well, we know that gratitude as a focus and a practice is a helpful thing for people. The common error or difficulty that I'm finding is I hear people will come to me even in a first session and they'll say, oh, well, I tried gratitude, it didn't work. So I'm then quite curious to unpack. Well, tell me a little more about what you have tried and how that's going for you. And the typical thing I'm finding is that people approach it as a mental task and purely an intellectual mental task. So that's a little bit of a shortfalling. I'm grateful that we have an intellectual focus, and certainly as practitioners we need that intellectual focus. It's a central part of our training. We've all come from quite intellectual, pressurized training in order to have the right to become registered and practicing as a psychologist. However, if we stay at the intellectual embracing of gratitude, we're going to get mixed or limited results, because gratitude that's a big topic. It's a big feeling topic that happens all the way through the body when we actually engage with feeling grateful and breathing in and out with that for some moments and letting the feeling come all the way through every fiber of our being and allowing ourselves to be changed by embracing with this particular quality. It's a very, very high vibrational quality, gratitude. There's a high frequency there that has a lot of healing properties. To allow ourselves to be grateful and to choose that as a way of engaging with the world and the universe. And the more we do that, the more it becomes self-fulfilling in a way. The more we're drawn to notice that which we are grateful for, or that which we have taken for granted and we could be so grateful for when we slow down and experience life in the moment with an attitude of gratitude, rather than waiting for incredible things to happen that we can go, oh, thank you, I'm grateful. From here, we want to go, well, I'm just grateful. It's a wonderful experience. It's a much more energizing way to engage with our day-to-day lives. And that is so much more fulfilling and life-affirming than simply listing 3 things that we are thankful for or grateful for, or that we've kind of been told that we should be grateful for, because at that point we're almost doing an exercise in guilt, which is far less helpful and far less health and mental health promoting. We can talk about that in another episode. But gratitude is a huge topic, but it's worth drawing all the way through the feeling experience. And we can certainly start with the mental exercise if that's a way in. There is value in the fake it till you make it kind of mentality that can be useful. We just don't want to stop there. We want to go all the way in and breathe those beautiful deep breaths and have a colleague who's a midwife who's wonderful at walking people through this deep, conscious breathing. It'd be worth looking at her podcast as well. I'll try and put a link in later. So gratitude, a felt experience. We've all had the other experience. We probably grew up with at least one adult in our lives saying, be grateful for those Brussels sprouts because there are children on the other side of the world that are starving. And we all know that didn't really help us be grateful or get through the Brussels sprout or enjoy the Brussels sprout. It just kind of induced a bit of guilt. So, sorry parents, but you know, we've probably all tried that. Far better for gratitude to be this experiencing self and experiencing life and experiencing our higher potential self, because that's part of what a real breath into gratitude will connect us with. There's the part of ourselves that is wiser and more enduring and is all about gratitude. The part of ourselves that is grateful for everyday experience, to explore and to engage in life through the senses and have such a visceral experience of the everyday, the smell of the ground after rain, particularly if you live somewhere where there are long dry periods, and that smell is amazing. And that smell is amazing anytime. Smells are great. Music, or the gift of hearing music, or if you play music, the gift of those vibrations moving through your body with their healing frequencies that support the body to be healthy and be our best. So I would encourage you to allow yourselves the feeling experience of gratitude.